In the wide galaxy, humans were not famous. They were known as workers, cleaners, builders, and guards. Most alien races saw humans as simple and easy to replace. No one thought humans had anything special. Ethan Cole was one of them. He lived on the edge of a broken space station called Port Helios. The lights often failed. The air smelled old. Jobs were rare, and food was expensive. Ethan worked long hours moving cargo for alien companies that barely noticed him. Every day felt the same. Wake up, work, survive. One night everything changed. Ethan saw a message on a public screen near the docking bays. It was short, clean, strange, personal human services required. High pay, short contracts, no skills needed. People stopped walking. Humans stared at the screen in silence. High pay meant danger. No skills meant secrets. Most humans ignored it. Some laughed. A few whispered. Ethan did not laugh. That night, he returned to his small room and checked his account, almost empty. His sister needed medicine. His future was shrinking fast. By morning, he stood in line. The building was hidden behind smooth metal walls. No signs. No guards. Inside, the air felt warm and calm. A tall alien woman waited at the desk. Her skin shimmered like dark silver. Her eyes were soft but sharp. "You are human," she said. "Yes," Ethan replied. "You understand this is a private service," she continued. "No violence, no force. You may leave at any time." Ethan nodded. He did not fully understand. But the words felt careful, controlled. He signed the contract. Minutes later, a transport ship lifted him away from Port Helios. The ship was silent. Too clean. Too smooth. Ethan's heart raced. What did I just agree to? They arrived at a floating city made of light and glass. This place was rich, powerful, untouchable. He was led into a quiet room with soft walls and low light. A single alien woman waited inside. She was tall, elegant, and clearly important. Her clothing alone could feed Ethan's family for years. Ethan stood straight. He waited. She studied him like a puzzle. "You may sit," she said. He sat. Minutes passed. Nothing happened. Finally she spoke. "Do you know why humans are chosen for this service?" Ethan shook his head. She leaned back slightly. "Most species in this galaxy are strong, smart, long-lived," her voice lowered. "But we are empty." Ethan did not understand. She continued. "You humans feel deeply, fear, hope, regret, kindness." She looked at him closely. "You do not hide it well." Ethan swallowed. He had never heard an alien speak like this. "I am not here to control you," she said. "I am here to experience something real." The words hit harder than any threat. They talked about small things. Life on Port Helios, cold mornings, bad food, lost dreams. Ethan spoke honestly. He did not pretend. The alien woman listened. Truly listened. When the time ended, she stood. "You may go," she said. Ethan blinked. "That's it?" She smiled slightly. "Yes." His account updated instantly. More credits than he had ever seen. Before he left, she said one final thing. "Humans offer something money cannot buy." Ethan walked back to the transport in shock. Outside, other humans waited nervously. Some asked questions. Ethan did not know what to say. Back in his room that night, he could not sleep. The job was not what he expected. No pain, no shame. Only something quiet and powerful. The next day, rumors spread fast. Alien elites requesting humans. Prices rising. Contracts changing. But something darker moved beneath the surface. In a private chamber far above the city, alien officials watched data screens. Human stress levels dropped. Alien neural patterns stabilized. One official frowned. "If humans learn their true value," she said, "this market will collapse." Another replied calmly, "Then make sure they never do." Far away, Ethan looked out at the stars. For the first time in his life, he felt that humans were not small. They were rare. And the galaxy was starting to notice. Ethan's life did not return to normal. After his first contract, his work requests doubled, then tripled. Every request came from powerful alien women governors, traders, nobles. Each contract looked the same. Short time, high pay, one simple rule: human may leave at any moment. That rule confused Ethan more than anything else. On Port Helios, humans never had that choice. When Ethan met other humans in the waiting halls, he noticed something strange. They were calmer, less afraid. Some even smiled. "What do they want from us?" one man asked. Ethan did not have an answer. During his next session, Ethan met a different alien woman. She was older. Her skin was pale blue, marked with thin gold lines. Her eyes showed tiredness, not hunger. She did not ask him to sit. Instead, she asked, "Tell me something you regret." The question caught him off guard. Ethan hesitated. Then he spoke. "I left my home world to find work," he said slowly. "I thought I could save my family faster." He looked down. "I was wrong." The alien woman closed her eyes. Her breathing changed. When she opened them again, there was moisture along the edges. "That feeling," she whispered, "is rare." Ethan frowned. "Regret?" "Yes," she said. "To us, the past is only data. We do not feel its weight." They talked for hours, not about mistakes, about choices, about pain that teaches. When the session ended, she stood and bowed her head slightly. "Thank you, human." That night, Ethan searched the contract database. He noticed something hidden. Every alien client signed a silence clause. Not for humans, for aliens. Why would aliens need to stay quiet? The answer came days later. Ethan was summoned to a private hall, far deeper than before. This time, guards waited outside. Inside stood a tall alien official with sharp eyes. "You are asking questions," she said. "I'm just curious," Ethan replied carefully. "That is dangerous," she answered. "You humans believe this is a service." Ethan said nothing. She stepped closer. "This is not entertainment. It is not luxury." She paused. "It is treatment." The word hit him hard. "Treatment for what?" Ethan asked. The official looked away for a moment. "Our minds," she said. "They are efficient, perfect, stable." Her voice hardened. "Too stable." She explained the truth. Alien species evolved beyond strong emotion. Fear slowed them. Love distracted them. Pain caused mistakes. So they removed it. But something was lost. Creativity fell. Joy faded. Purpose weakened. Human emotions filled the gap. "When we sit with you," the official said, "our minds awaken." Ethan felt cold. "You use us," he said quietly. She met his gaze. "No," she said. "We depend on you." That difference mattered. After that meeting, Ethan began watching more closely. He saw how aliens changed after sessions: straighter posture, clearer speech, focused eyes. Humans were not being bought. They were being borrowed. And no one had told them. Ethan shared what he learned with other humans. Quietly, carefully. Reactions varied. Some were afraid. Some were angry. One woman laughed bitterly. "So now we're medicine?" "Only if we agree," Ethan replied. That idea spread fast. Soon, humans started doing something new. They talked during sessions. They asked questions. They set boundaries. Alien clients were confused but fascinated. Then came the first refusal. A wealthy alien noble demanded full control over a human man. The human read the contract, stood up, and said one word: "No." The noble was stunned. No human had ever done that. The news spread across the hidden market in hours. Humans were learning they had value. And above the floating city, in a sealed council chamber, Alarms flashed. Human contract compliance was dropping. Alien dependency indicators were rising. An official spoke in a low voice. They are beginning to understand. Another replied sharply, then we are running out of time. Far below, Ethan stood among his people. For the first time, humans were not whispering. They were deciding, and the galaxy was not ready for that. The refusal changed everything. At first, it was only one human, then another, then many more. Humans began reading contracts carefully. They asked questions. They talked to each other. This had never happened before. Ethan watched it spread like a quiet fire. During his next session, he met someone different. Not just rich, not just powerful. She was one of the highest elites in the galaxy. Her name was Lady Velrix. Her presence filled the room. The air felt heavier when she entered. Guards waited outside, silent and alert. Ethan stood when she arrived. You may remain standing, she said calmly. I wish to observe you as you are. Her eyes moved slowly over him, not with hunger, but with interest. You are the human causing disruption, she said. Ethan did not deny it. I only tell the truth. Velrix smiled faintly. The truth is expensive, she replied. And I can pay any price. She offered him a contract far greater than any before, lifetime wealth, legal protection, power. In return, she wanted exclusivity, complete access, complete control. Ethan felt the old fear rise inside him. Then he remembered something important. Choice. He looked at the contract. He read every line, and then he closed it. No, Ethan said. The word echoed in the quiet room. Velrix froze. No human had ever refused her. Not once. You misunderstand, she said softly. This is not a request. Ethan met her gaze. Yes, he replied. It is. Silence stretched between them. For a moment, Ethan thought he would be punished, removed, erased. Instead, Velrix laughed. It was not anger. It was surprise. Fascinating, she said. You humans truly are dangerous. She dismissed him without another word. Within hours, the story spread. A human said no to Lady Velrix and lived. The effect was immediate. Alien clients began negotiating, asking instead of ordering, listening instead of demanding. Some humans still accepted old terms. They needed the money. They needed safety, but now they knew they had a choice. Ethan gathered a small group of humans in a storage hall on Port Helios. Men and women, young and old, we are not owned, he said. We are not tools, a man asked. Then what are we? Ethan thought for a moment. We are mirrors, he said. They see themselves in us. What they lost. Not everyone agreed. One woman shook her head. If we push too hard, they will remove us. That may happen, Ethan admitted. But hiding will not save us either. Above them, the alien leadership watched closely. Reports flooded in. Human confidence rising. Alien mental stability dropping without sessions. Elite dependence increasing. Lady Velrix stood before the council. They are evolving faster than predicted, she said. They are beginning to lead. One official snapped back. They are property. Velrix's eyes hardened. No, she said. They are partners we failed to respect. The council did not like that word. Partner. Meanwhile, a young human named Lena faced her own test. Her client demanded silence. No talking. No emotion. Lena stood up. I don't accept this, she said. The alien client stared in disbelief. You will lose payment. The alien warned. Lena lifted her chin. Then I walk away. She did. And something unexpected happened. The alien followed her. Wait, the alien said quietly. Please, stay. That moment was recorded, leaked, shared. Across the hidden network. Humans watched it again and again. Not the money. Not the power. The fear in the alien's voice. They needed humans more than humans needed them. Ethan felt both pride and worry. Power always brought attention. And attention brought danger. Late that night, Ethan received a private message. No sender. No warning. You are changing the balance of the galaxy. That has consequences. He stared at the screen. Then he replied with one sentence. So does silence. Far away, alien fleets adjusted their patrol routes. New laws were drafted. Emergency meetings were called. The galaxy had been built on the idea that humans were small. That idea was breaking, and once broken, it could never be fixed. Ethan looked at the stars and understood something clearly. This was no longer about contracts. It was about control, and the next move would decide everything. The galaxy did not sleep anymore after the refusals. After the leaked recordings, something invisible cracked. Not in human space. In alien minds. Ethan noticed it first in small details. Alien clients arrived earlier. They stayed longer. They asked deeper questions. They were no longer curious. They were afraid. During one session, an alien woman named Sirith sat across from Ethan. Her hands trembled slightly, though her face stayed calm. Tell me, she said, what do humans do when they are afraid of losing something? Ethan thought for a moment. We hold on, he said. Or we change. Sirith closed her eyes. That answer explains everything. She whispered. After the session, she did something no alien client had ever done. She unlocked her private data file. Ethan stared at the screen. Neural charts. Psychological decay curves. Civilization timelines. Alien society was not rising. It was slowing down. For centuries, alien races removed emotion to become efficient. They succeeded. Wars ended. Order ruled, but creativity collapsed. Innovation died quietly. Birth rates fell. Most terrifying of all, purpose vanished. We do not dream anymore, Sirith said softly. Our children are born calm and empty. Humans were the missing piece. Human fear created urgency. Human hope created goals. Human love created sacrifice. Alien minds, when exposed to humans, reactivated lost pathways. Humans were not entertainment. They were catalysts. Ethan felt his stomach turn. You hid this, he said. Yes, Sirith replied. Because if the galaxy knew, humans would gain leverage. That word again. Leverage. The truth was worse than Ethan imagined. The personal service market was not created by pleasure seekers. It was designed by scientists. Each session was monitored, measured, optimized. Alien elites were paying high prices not for luxury, but for survival. Later that day, Ethan was summoned by the Council of Stability. This time, there were no smiles. A projection filled the chamber, showing two lines. Alien cognitive health declining. Human exposure rising. Without humans, an official said, our civilizations will fade within 3 generations. Ethan stared at them. And you still treat us like property? The official hesitated. Because desperation creates fear, she answered. And fear creates rebellion. Ethan laughed bitterly. You removed fear from yourselves, he said. And now you fear us. Silence followed. The council made a mistake then. They threatened him. Continue spreading this truth. One official warned. And we will isolate your species. Ethan leaned forward. You already tried that, he said. It didn't work. That night, humans gathered again. Ethan told them everything. Not rumors. Not guesses. The truth. Humans were not weak. They were essential. Some cried. Some shook. With anger. One man asked quietly, if we are so important, why were we treated so badly? Ethan answered honestly, because if you treat medicine like a person, it may refuse to heal you. The room went silent. Word spread faster than the council expected. Humans began demanding transparency. Open data, shared research, alien reactions. Split. Some elites supported it. Others panicked. A faction rose within alien society. Control the humans at all costs. That other group formed quietly. protect them. Work with them. Sirith sent Ethan one final message. They are preparing emergency. Laws, she warned. Human movement restrictions. Contract limits. Ethan stared at the message. Then he looked at the humans around him. They were no longer afraid. They were focused. They want to lock us back into cages. One woman said. Ethan shook his head. No, he replied. They want to lock the truth. Away, above the station, alien fleets repositioned. Communications spiked. Markets trembled. The secret was out. And once the galaxy understood why humans were valuable, they would never be ignored again. Ethan felt it in his chest. The next phase would not be quiet. It would be a fight, not with weapons. But with choice. The first rule humans changed was simple. They stopped accepting silent contracts. No more hidden terms. No more one-sided rules. If an alien wanted a human presence, the terms had to be clear. Open, equal. At first, the alien elites laughed. Humans were poor, scattered, unarmed. What could they really do? Then the sessions stopped. Not slowly. All at once. Humans across stations and worlds refused new contracts. Existing ones ended naturally and were not renewed. Within days, alien systems felt the shock. Decision errors increased. Creative councils stalled. Leadership disputes returned after centuries of calm. The galaxy had forgotten how fragile it was. Ethan stood before a group of humans in a wide cargo hall. He did not wear fine clothes. He did not raise his voice. We are not striking. He said, we are choosing. That word mattered. Alien negotiators arrived quickly. They spoke of duty, of necessity, of responsibility. Ethan listened. Then he spoke. You built a system that depends on us, he said. But you never asked our consent. The negotiators offered more credits. Humans refused. They offered protection. Humans refused again. Finally, an alien woman asked the real question. What do you want? The humans looked at each other. Then Ethan answered. Respect. Transparency. Freedom to walk away. The room went quiet. Those demands were more frightening than rebellion. Because they were reasonable, new contracts were written. Humans chose. Session limits, emotional boundaries, shared data access. Aliens agreed reluctantly. For the first time in galactic history, humans negotiated as equals, but power never changes hands quietly. A shadow market formed. Illegal contracts. Forced sessions. Human disappearances. Ethan knew the risk. During a late meeting, Lena spoke up. They will try to break us, she said. Divide us, Ethan nodded. Then we stay together. They created something new. A human accord. No central leader. Number. Single station. Just shared rules. If one human was taken, others stopped working. If one contract was broken, all were reviewed. Alien dependency grew worse. Pressure rose. Then the Council of Stability made its move. They announced a galaxy-wide decree. Human services suspended. Human movement restricted. The message hit like a hammer. Some humans panicked. Others clenched their fists. Ethan felt calm. This means we mattered, he said. They wouldn't lock us down if we didn't. Days passed. Alien cities grew tense. Art slowed. Innovation froze. Even the council members felt it. They met in private. What if they never return? One asked. Another answered quietly. Then we lose ourselves. Finally, an unexpected signal arrived. Lady Velrix requested a public address. Her image appeared across stations. We made a mistake, she said. We treated humans as resources, not allies. Her words shook the galaxy. The system must change, she continued, or it will collapse. The decree was suspended. Restrictions lifted. Humans were invited back, not summoned. Ethan watched the broadcast in silence. Young human asked him, "Is this victory?" Ethan shook his head. "No," he said. This is negotiation. High above, new laws were drafted. Old powers resisted. New alliances formed. The balance was shifting, and everyone could feel it. Humans had not used force, they had used absence. And the galaxy learned a dangerous truth. Once humans controlled their presence, they controlled the future. At first, the galaxy told itself nothing was wrong. Councils met as usual. Stations stayed clean. Trade routes remained open. But something felt dull. Without humans, the quiet grew heavy. Alien leaders noticed it in small ways. Meetings lasted longer. Decisions stalled. Ideas repeated themselves. An artist on the crystal world of Lyri Prime destroyed her own work. It feels empty, she said. No warmth, no risk. On a research world, a scientist stared at a problem for weeks. The solution was simple, but it did not come, because no one felt urgency anymore. Ethan watched the reports from afar. Humans had not been banned. They had stepped back. They were not in alien homes, not in councils, not in private chambers. The effect was worse than anyone predicted. Alien children grew quiet. Too calm. Teachers reported something alarming. They asked no questions. In the Council of Stability, tension returned, something ancient and uncomfortable. Fear. We need them back, an official whispered. Another replied sharply, we must not beg. But desperation does not listen to pride. Across alien worlds, unrest grew. Not violence, confusion. Civilizations that removed emotion did not know how to handle loss. Without humans, they could not feel why things mattered. Ethan received messages daily. Not demands. Requests. One message stood out. It was from Sirith. Our minds are closing again, she wrote. We feel ourselves fading. Ethan gathered the humans. We are not punishing them, he said. We are showing them the truth. A young man asked, what if they never change? Ethan answered honestly, then the galaxy will dim. And we will walk our own path. That answer scared even him. Then the first apology arrived, not private, public. A planetary governor knelt before a human delegation. We were wrong, she said. We forgot that meaning cannot be manufactured. More followed. Alien women who once paid silently now spoke openly. They admitted dependence. They admitted fear, but one final test remained. The Council of Stability sent a message, return under new oversight. Humans refused. Not angry, not loud. Just no. The Council underestimated something. Humans could live without alien approval. Aliens could not live without human presence. Weeks passed. Alien innovation charts fell sharply. Cultural collapse indicators rose. Finally, the Council broke. They sent a final message. No threats. No conditions. Only truth. We need you, not as tools, as partners. Ethan read it slowly, then he smiled. Above the stations, ships waited. Not to capture. To welcome. The galaxy had tried order without humanity. It failed. Now it stood at the edge of something new, not dominance, not control. Connection. And in that moment, Ethan understood. The galaxy's future would no longer be decided by power. It would be decided by empathy. And humans had plenty to spare. The invitation was different this time. No contracts. No fine print. No hidden clauses. Only one sentence sent across the galaxy. Come by choice. Humans read it carefully. Then they decided together. When the first human ships returned to alien space, there were no guards waiting. No officials standing above them. Only open halls. Ethan stepped onto the floating city where it all began. It looked the same, but it felt different. Alien faces showed uncertainty. And something new, hope. The first meeting was held in public, not private rooms. Humans and aliens sat in circles. No elevated seats. No titles spoken aloud. Lady Valric stood and addressed them. We once believed perfection meant control, she said. We were wrong. She turned to Ethan. You taught us that meaning comes from risk, from choice. Ethan shook his head. We didn't teach you, he said. We reminded you. New agreements were formed. Humans would offer presence, guidance, emotional connection. Aliens would offer protection, equality, and shared future. No one was owned. No one was silent. The old market was shut down forever. In its place, something unexpected was born. The exchange of experience. Humans visited alien worlds as partners. Artists, advisors, friends. Alien children began laughing again, asking questions, dreaming. Ethan watched a young alien girl listen to a human story, eyes wide with wonder. That moment was worth more than all the credits ever offered. Years later, a galactic survey asked a simple question. What is the greatest luxury in the galaxy? The answer surprised everyone. Not power, not immortality, not wealth, human presence. But the final lesson was clear. The best experience was never bought. It could not be forced. It could not be owned. It had to be shared. Ethan stood beneath a sky full of unfamiliar stars and felt something quiet inside him. Pride, not because humans were strongest, but because they chose empathy when they had power. And that choice changed the galaxy forever.